Okay, guys. Well, hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of the podcast. Here we have another new face, Elliot.
Yeah.
How are you, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Good to be back on the island.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good?
It's going well. I mean, I've kind of stepped a little bit back from music, finishing uni, but yeah, I'm still going in the
Are you
background,
done school?
Yeah, I graduated last summer, so
nice.
into the big wide world of work now, which is exciting.
Exciting. You started like your job or something, or you're just
Yeah,
looking?
I've started doing sales, so
Okay.
completely opposite of what music I was in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've still always got that itch to scratch with music, so I'm still building up Tainted in the
Oh,
background
yeah,
and
yeah.
doing all of that. But yeah.
But so you're working on sales? Like you're just like working for a company or working?
Yeah, well, working for a company selling lorry trailers. So
Okay.
I'm driving around all
And
day
then-
and visiting clients. Yeah, it's,
Yeah, probably it's a little bit hard. Well, you're getting used to it. Not right now. Like you need to establish yourself in your new job, and then like now I can figure myself like whenever I have free time to make music.
yeah,
Right?
definitely.
Have you been playing? Like you've been playing a lot. Like
Yeah,
you've been all around.
I've
Europe.
stepped down from doing kind of the bigger club shows, and because a lot of the things in the UK now is to get a club booking, you need to have a big name. You need to have all these TikTok followers,
right.
whatever. So, and a lot of them are just booking you to be a DJ, whereas
Yeah.
I want to be booked for myself.
Yeah.
I want a club promoter or a manager to come up to me and just go, "We want an Elliot Bratton style show." So, I've just been booking venues myself and then filling them out. So we did in London last summer. We sold out another boat party. We like
Yeah.
200 people. It was crazy.
Yeah, I saw one. Like you posted a video where like I don't know. It was you were kind of in the middle, and behind you there was a wall, and then
Yeah.
everyone was just really close, right?
Yeah, and there was a balcony that kind
Yeah.
of looked over the top. Yeah, it was really good fun, good vibes.
Yeah. So you haven't. So how many like do you book the venues to your shows, but you haven't been doing that a lot or lately?
Yeah,
or?
it's mainly just my own stuff with Tainted,
Okay.
but I've done the occasional other stuff as well. So I did last. I can't remember what it was actually. I did a snow party for like when I was at university
Yeah.
for Monster Energy. They partnered with our Snow Sports
nice.
Society, and they basically turned someone's house basement into a massive club. And it was that was probably one of the most fun and most drunk I've ever been. But it was good fun.
Well, like I actually like I forgot to ask you this last time. You have a picture whenever you were DJing in one of the boats or whatever.
Yeah.
You were like opening for who? You said?
Oltego and then Fast Boy.
How did that happen? Like that?
I worked for 6 months. Shout out Rowan for getting me this job. I did A&R and management.
Yeah.
So for Good Boys, James Carter, Oltego, Fast Boy, YK, Connor Ross, who's
Okay.
like some insane producer. He just produced the new Anima one that came out
Okay.
with Joji. Like he's just
Yeah.
ridiculous. And the boat is kind of studios, record label, all kind of in one.
Oh.
And they rented it out for Oltego and Fast Boy. They just said, right, we're throwing a massive party on it. And they were like, we need a kind of an opening DJ. And I was like, I can DJ. So there, they just threw me on. So I played some chill stuff for about an hour and a half. And then Oltego, who have got 5 million plus followers
Yeah.
and sold out London Roundhouse, were on afterwards. And I was like, this is
that's
absolutely
nuts.
ridiculous.
Yeah, damn, that's crazy. Yeah, I forgot to ask you that, or maybe we talk about it, but yeah. And have you kept in touch with them, or like?
Yeah, I still send them the occasional message
Yeah.
from time to time.
Yeah.
The lovely, lovely boys. And then I caught them out in Dubai. I went to Untold Dubai.
Yeah.
Saw some insane lineups and some insane artists, and then hung out with them on the Sunday because they played on the Thursday on main stage. Then I just met them up in the crowd. We had a few beers, and yeah, it was good fun.
That's
really,
crazy.
really nice place.
Like, yeah, bro. Like you've been all around. Like you sent me a picture with Max Tyler.
Yeah.
And like you've been taking pictures with all of them, but like
Yeah,
all the
it's-
DJs. But like, what have you been up to? Like just going to.
Just going to events. Me and Rowan, and my good mate Timo,
Yeah.
we just all love the same music, and because we've got some of these connections, we
Yeah.
can just end up getting backstage.
Right.
So we went to Adam Bayer's Drum Code at Drum Sheds in London, which
Oh,
is
damn. Yeah,
used to be an
that's-
IKEA, sick, and ended up meeting Eli Brown, Cassian, like Chris
That's crazy.
Avantgarde,
All
yeah.
the man. I wish we had this type of music. Well, this type of events here in the East Coast. You know.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
uh,
it's
good.
It's even compared to last year, the improvement of the music scene on PI is second to none. And I think that's thanks mainly to yourselves and, well, now what Joe's doing as well. It's
Yeah,
kind
right.
of because when I came here 3 years ago for Exchange, you go out to JB's and all you'd hear is Party in the USA on repeat all night. And
yeah.
now you're going in, and I had somebody come up to me and ask me for an Odd Mob song, and I was like, okay, the music scene is improving here, and I think it could be a really good music spot in the future. It
Yeah.
just needs to kind of build its reputation up a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely you gotta build it. and it's still building, but like that's the thing, right? So for example, not one thing that I'm noticing now is that all the people that used to come out and party with me and like all my friends like in the past 2 3 years, now everyone is getting married, have kids.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's like there's like a age gap between the people that go out or the people that just don't
Yeah.
want, like just want to go listen to music and sit down, right? But like saying that, like I know, like for example, like myself, whenever like we are doing this so often in I feel like everyone already is like, okay, like we can do it any weekend and we're gonna listen to these guys, we're gonna hear
Yeah.
these guys, right? So like I'm just like I've been thinking, okay, like maybe myself, like I gotta stop a little bit, kind of like focus more on like making music and instead of doing shows here,
Yeah.
because like at the end of the day, these years that I've been doing it is like, okay, I put my name out there, like everyone here in Charlottetown and in the East Coast know that who I am. What's next, right? Like it's
Yeah,
like
it's
okay,
true.
like what's next? I'm well set here in PI. Where like okay, like I don't need to do more. Like every weekend a new show and be pushing and you know it's like okay, now I have my name. I need to step out a little bit, make more music, and then kind of like start reaching other cities, right?
Yeah.
Like Toronto, Montreal, Quebec,
Definitely.
whatever, right? But like yeah, it's really hard, like the way to now to start expanding yourself abroad. Like you're doing a great job. How like how long are you gonna be here? Or how long you been here since you got here last week, right?
Yeah, I got here on Wednesday, went on a 4-day bender, and then leave on Thursday evening. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're doing a great job. Like you're messaging us, and you're like, "Hey, bro, like I'm gonna be here. Do you guys have any gigs?" Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like that's the first time that we met, like at Baba's, where you came, and we're
Yeah,
like, "Oh."
100%. Yeah.
So yeah, that's great. And have that been working for you lately, like in other places, or?
Yeah, normally if I'm going to a place, I already know a few people there. Like,
Yeah.
I got in touch with you about the guy in Dubai, so next time I go back, I'll probably shoot him a message. And
Yeah.
then my friend's in Australia, so my best friend Chloe, she's living there. She's now DJing like 4 nights a week in Melbourne.
Yeah.
She's open for people like the Window Kids. So if I go to Australia, I'll shoot them a message, shoot some other events companies. I think it's just that networking thing that we
Exactly.
spoke about so much is who you know, get speaking to the right people, and then you can end up anywhere really.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I find. Do you find it hard sometimes, like, kind of like speaking to someone and kind of like figuring out your way to?
Yeah, it's such an awkward thing because you've got to try and make your priority not known, that you're speaking to them because you genuinely have an interest in
Yeah.
what they do,
Yeah.
instead of just, oh, I'm speaking to this person because I want to get booked for myself.
Yeah.
So you've kind of got to be quite careful as the way you approach it.
Yeah.
But if it's your close friends, like it is like with me and Chloe or with
Yeah.
Jeremy, I'll just ping them just a random text like book me. And
No, yeah, of course, yeah, 100%. But whenever you're talking with like someone new, like I find it awkward too. Like, kind of like, okay, like I know that this is the guy. I know that like we have things in common, blah blah. But kind of like
Yeah.
you want to be careful of like how you speak. Kind of like, okay, like I'm not looking just for you for interest. I'm looking for you to kind of like actually build something, like a network and a friendship. But
Yeah.
in the same at the same time, it's like, okay, like the main goal is kind of like work together, you know?
yeah, definitely.
So it's
I think it works the same with when you're meeting artists, because there's a fine line of being a massive fanboy over them
Yeah.
and then but also just wanting to kind of get to know them, so to potentially
Yeah.
see if they'll take you under their wing or whatever. And that's a kind of boundary that I've definitely had to come across in the last 3 years. Like
Yeah.
3 years ago when I was meeting artists, I was like, oh my god, I've just met like Eli Brown, and I'd lose my mind. And now it's kind of just, yeah, am I right just to grab a photo? But it's
yeah. At the end of the day, you notice that like they're humans too, right?
Yeah,
Like they're
it's-
just like a normal random dude. It happens to be that they are good pressing buttons, but like yeah,
Yeah.
like I think like whenever you get the chance like to meet someone like that, it's easy to kind of like get lost in the moment, but you gotta kind of like okay,
yeah,
like,
you gotta build up these connections and see if you can get the way in, really.
yeah. So you said you stopped making music, or
I just do not have the time because with work schedule at the moment it's 8 till 5. But
yeah,
when I did the A&R management with working with Connor, like some of the songwriters like Ann, Connor, YK,
yeah,
it's you kind of get more of a gist of it because I was listening to all of their demos and pitching them out to people like Armin van Buuren, like a Connor Ross song. I sent "Sun Shines on Me" to Armin.
yeah.
It didn't get picked up by my email, but then somebody did a month later, and now that's the next Armin tune. So it's seeing the mastermind behind all of it and realizing that you can actually just get a rough idea from these people and then work on it yourself. It's so, because when I picked up Logic and I'd open it up, I'd try and write a whole song just from complete scratch. But I think if I am going to start producing it, I've got to kind of go down that whole, get songs from these people, and then kind of work on them, turn them into mine, but use their basic ideas.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people probably frown upon that because it's basically like ghost production, but I think if the tools are there, I may as well use them whilst I can. So.
No, yeah, 100%. And exactly, it's way easier to kind of like understand the program if you already have something like a 8-bar loop. It's already like you're not going in blank, and you have so many options, and then you get overwhelmed. You start thinking too much, and like all the inspiration is gone, right? So like if you have like an 8-bar loop or whatever, like just like a small 30 seconds of like someone just put something there, you're already like, okay, now the idea is here. I just need to make it bigger, right? So less thinking, more inspiration, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
In a way, but yeah, I mean. It's hard. It's the learning curve is it's hard at the beginning, but once that you go, it's a little bit easier in a way. Because now the thing that I'm finding myself, for example, whenever I start learning how to make music, it's like I was finishing like 2, 3, 4 tracks a month, right? They sound like shit, but like I was finishing, and now they're like I have the knowledge, more knowledge, and then I have all these plugins and all that stuff. It's like you have more options, right?
Yeah,
and it's like. You start thinking more, and then you're finishing less things because like, oh, like what if I do this way or this way or this way? I don't know. Like you just more thinking, and during the day, it's like, okay, I don't have like all the inspiration is gone because I've been thinking if this kick goes well with the bass line for the last 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
So
it's kind of the polar opposites, like DJing and actual production as well. Because there's the production side of it where you're sat in your room with 8 hours with your headphones on, trying to work out a snare or like the perfect kick drum. Whereas, like, I'll use JB's on Saturday as an example. I was up there for 4 hours DJing with one of my best friends, and then Joe as well. He's a good mate now. And I love kind of performing in front of a crowd, dancing, playing songs, but then it's just a complete opposite lifestyle, and it kind of spins my head a little bit when you go from performing in front of a few hundred people to sitting in your room alone listening to music.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy because like I just think that having like DJing in front of the people, it's kind of like the play like the reward of being fucking 10 hours in the studio doing kind of like, of course, like it's easier in a way because like you just search for music, make a playlist, and then just read the room and blah blah blah, right? Instead of starting from idea from zero sometimes, and then just getting lost in the loop and blah blah blah. It's hard, but like going back to John Brown's, like you mentioned that everyone is getting more into music and stuff. Do you find like it's well, you already said that it's growing here, but like, do you find a lot of resemblance from the scene here, well, like the people here that like this music, to the people like in London, or is just?
I think London's very different because there's so many different genres. Like I mean, in the past year, I've been to see Max Styler, which is tech house. It was 5 a.m. Then I went to see Fred again and Daft Punk, which was the best night of my life by a mile. Completely different. I'm seeing Sammy Vergy in a week, and then I've been to Drum Code, which is like techno. So there's just so many different scenes. So all the people that go to each different rave are a little bit different.
Yeah.
Whereas here it's kind of everybody's kind of the same.
Yeah.
But what I have noticed is the overall scene in Canada and America is kind of 4 years behind the UK.
Yeah.
So when we were listening to Ketama, Josh Baker, and the Dean Brothers 4 years ago, I think now they're huge in America. Like Ketama is absolutely blown it out of the water. Obviously he's Irish, but kind of just that sound of music just seems to follow a little bit behind, which is really interesting to see because it's who's blowing up in the UK now will probably be huge in Canada in 2 years. So it's
it's crazy like how advanced is Europe in music, right? Because I mean it's just the nightlife over there. Everything closes really late. Here, you go to bed at 2 a.m. and that's it. And it's and in Europe it's just you have world class DJs just playing in a normal club on a Wednesday or on a Friday, you know.
Have you found like any difference? Because one thing I do notice is when I got into DJing when I was 13 back in like 2016, 2015, it was always a very kind of nerdy kid. And I think that was the case with most famous DJs as well. They grew up just looking at laptops and they were quite computer systematic. You sit in the bedroom and do music.
Yeah.
Whereas now, I think the people that are becoming DJs want to be the showmanship, and it's kind of the showmen are learning to DJ rather than kind of the computer kid DJs are learning to be showmen. Have you kind of found that here, that the newer DJs are more kind of out there instead of
In the computer?
yeah,
Like, yes and no. Like, I mean, it's hard to say, right? Because in here, talking here in the scene here in the East Coast, I think there's a lot of there's a lot of talent. And for example, like Joe's and Jeremy's generation of DJs and music.
yeah,
It's for like it's a little bit younger crowd, and at the same time, it's like okay, it's the music that it's playing right now. Like as you said, Josh Baker and like all these DJs, right? So they are gonna be a point where like they are gonna get older, and then they are gonna change their style. I don't want to say change their style, but like you mature in a way where like you understand, like I don't know how to say it, bro. Like your taste of music doesn't change completely, but you start looking for different things, right? And for example, like now looking that way to the people in the East Coast from Halifax and blah blah, like all the other DJs that are my age, there's this certain maturity where like they don't need to be like a showman. Like they are actually like, okay, now we don't need to show, like this is the music, and like if you like it, that's it, and if not, like there's many different events where like here I feel like you have to kind of like do something to call the attention of the people, because as you said, like there's not a lot of people here. It's always the same. Like if we put it all together, the people that like this music, I'll say 200 people in all the island, right? Imagine that these 200 people go to the same places every single weekend. You gotta do something different where like, okay, like I need you to come to my to the place, even that you're out the other 3 weekends of this month, right?
Yeah, which is what you're doing with your next event, isn't it? The one coming up at this weekend. You've kind of done it as a DM for access, which is something a bit different. I think it's caught a lot of people's attention, which are a bit like... Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. Like you gotta do something different, kind of like do focus more on details and blah blah. Like it's so this idea I did it from first with the Groovy Club event. Like we did it like in February, and it worked perfect, man. Like everyone loved. Kind of like it was more kind of like a show actually. It was more focused in other type of music. It's more friendly, user-friendly music in a way, like house, but like chill, and everyone gets to dress up, come. It's kind of like more exclusive in a way. So that's what we try to do for this upcoming weekend. You're gone, right? You're not gonna be here.
Yeah, I'm gone.
But
unfortunately.
That's sad, yeah. But I think you gotta do things different, but at the same time, like there's a point in your career, your age, where like you don't like you get over it. Like it's like okay, no, I don't need to do that. Like my music, I know my music is good. I know that whoever likes it is gonna like it. So here's like, of course, you gotta be different to everyone else, but at the same time, you gotta stay true to your sound. Don't go out like try to emulate someone else or like try to do something else that you're not.
Definitely, I think.
Yeah.
Emerson said, imitation is a form of suicide.
Exactly. So, and here, like as I said, there's a lot of talent here, and like the good thing is everyone plays kind of like different things. Everyone is kind of like they have their different styles, so like that helps a lot in like, okay, if you want to listen to like minimal tech or blah blah, like you go with this person. If you want to listen to techno, you go with this collective. If you want to listen to melodic, you go to this party. So it's kind of different. So that complements each other. There's not a lot of competition to probably compare to the big cities. You know?
I think it's also really good that you work together as well, because I've noticed there's never really kind of a clash of events, and people are doing collaborative events, and that's something that you don't get in the UK. I mean, it happens occasionally, but it's more of a cultural thing. I think it's a massive Canadian thing to kind of bring other people up. If one person's doing something different and they're growing, it's you guys try and grow to catch up to that person. Whereas I think in the UK, if somebody does something a little bit different and stands out from the crowd, the UK people chop them back down to the same level as everybody else. And I mean, it's called tall poppy syndrome, and I quote it quite a lot to my friends because I think that's the main reason I want to move to Canada at some point, because if I want to be better, the amount of support I get if I post a tainting clip on Instagram is all my friends here are reposting it, putting it on their stories. Like I did with Virage's mix. It got like 8,000 views, and I was like, this is ridiculous just because everybody's reposting it. Whereas when I do form for some of my UK mates, they promote it, I'll promote it, and then maybe a couple of friends will promote it. And I just think that the cultural differences will just make the scene pop and grow so much quicker here than it does anywhere else.
No, yeah, like definitely. Like that's how you get far, right? Like helping each other. So like even like someone that is starting like and ask me questions, yeah, like I'll help them grow, but like you're not gonna be doing everything for them.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
And like for example, like one thing that I find it like really not funny but like interesting is that like as I told you, like I already like I'm planning to move out of here, right? So whenever like I move now, like Jeremy and Joey are gonna be kind of like the guys who are doing all the events here, and then there's gonna be a point where like they're gonna move, and then there's gonna be someone else. So it's kind of like passing the like the knowledge and like I don't know, it's just.
And I think it'll also be really helpful. I mean, when you go to Montreal and then they come to PEI, I think they'll then have connections in other cities.
Exactly.
And then if Joe and Jeremy end up moving to kind of like Halifax or say Calgary or whatever, then they'll have connections there. So then it
just spreads out.
Or
and
because
then
everybody helped each other in the same place initially, instead of treating it as competition.
Yeah, no.
And going, oh no, this event label's doing this and this one's doing this. Yeah, we can't help each other because it's good because then everybody grows together and it just makes the island community a lot better.
Yeah, no, 100%. Over there, there's a lot of collectives and stuff, or just
so many. I think everybody and their dog has a records label or events company. It's kind of frustrating, but it's all come about the same way. I mean, the reason I set it up was because you can't get a booking unless you've had experience.
Yeah.
So people then just start their own events and then start booking clubs to put on these events so that they can DJ, which is what I did, and it's what everybody does. But the fundamental reason comes from club owners and managers in the UK just being arseholes and not booking anybody apart from the same crap DJ that they've had for 10, 15 years. And you'll go on a night out in a random city to a club that's got an incredible sound system for like thousands of people. It's the same DJ that's been there for 10 years. He's playing the exact same song, same transitions on a pre-recorded set, and he's getting paid £500 for doing it for 4 hours, and you just are like losing your mind. And when I was at uni, I was emailing these club promoters and they were just like, oh yeah, sorry, we're just going to stick with this guy. And I was like, just try something different. Because if you have a different DJ on the Friday and the Saturday or alternate weekends, you're going to have more chance of bringing different people in. Because you just get fed up of going to the same clubs and hearing the same music, which is why I just don't go out in the UK now unless I'm going to see an actual DJ.
Yeah.
I'll do it because I don't want to hear, as much as I'm a Martin Garrix fan, I don't want to hear Tremor every single night or the new Josh
in the same
Baker
order.
Yeah, and I'm just like, come on, man, just mix it up a little bit, do a different genre. But yeah, that's why everybody's got an events company, and it's annoying because you tell people that you've started an event and everybody just goes, oh, another one. But then you try and do something different. So with the boat parties in London, there's barely anybody doing that. It was a floating pub. It was really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to pick kind of more unique venues now, and just to kind of add a little bit of something instead of just booking out just a fancy club with some LEDs.
Yeah, exactly. Like kind of like as we said, like just being different. Brand like the boat will be crazy. Like I don't know how. This is the price. What's the price difference between renting the boat to?
It actually wasn't that bad. Like it was really good. I mean, the one with all the big DJs, I mean, that was where we worked anyway, so it was free. It was just the cleanup that I think Gio had to pay for afterwards, which is probably not ideal. But yeah, it's just the prices, man. I mean, London prices are extortionate. You're paying £8 for a Guinness, so you can't imagine what it's like to rent an actual venue.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Like right now, it's cheaper. Like because like the pound is cheaper. No, it's more expensive than the euro, right?
Yeah.
I
think so. Yeah.
So no, that's crazy. Yeah, the prices, especially like renting a venue, and you don't know like if they are actually gonna like.
Yeah, that's the thing. I did a event in February for motor neurone disease.
Yeah.
So the club let us rent for free because we were doing it for charity, and it was in like a gaming bar, so it was PlayStations around the side. It was really, it was kind of cool, really small venue, a little bit different. Ended up raising £600 for motor neurone disease, and we're currently looking at booking a bigger venue in London and getting some of my connections, like headline DJs, to get in and just make some money, because that way that we can reduce the costs of hiring a club if we just do it for charity, and then as long as we break even and I'm not actually going out of pocket, I think it's a very good way of getting people into the clubs, because people are more enticed to come out if it's for a charitable reason. But yeah, I think that's the main big plan for this summer. I think try and get a 1,000+ capacity venue, get some big DJs in there, and
DJs.
have a rager.
Do you have any plans to go play somewhere else, like this year, or?
I'm looking at Australia.
Australia.
I'll keeping my eye on flights, but obviously with what's going on in the world right now, it's quite hard to go via the Middle East, which I normally do. But
Yeah.
it's trying to weigh up with time off work, cost of doing it, whether I can break even, and if the opportunities kind of outweigh it,
Yeah.
or whether I should just focus on building up in the UK at the moment and then moving out.
Yeah.
But I've been saying it for 3 years now. I'm desperate to move out to Canada, so whether I can do that in the next 2 years as well, that would be.
Where would you like to move?
Calgary, I think
Calgary?
that's my number one spot.
Have you been there?
Yeah, I've been a few times. It's great.
It's big, like a lot of mountains, and like it's been a while since the last time I was there, but like big city too. So
Yeah, and it's always been kind of renowned as a country music city, and I do like my country music, but the headliners for the Stampede Festival, I think last year, I think they had John Summit and Dom Dollar playing,
Yeah.
and they've had Eric Prydz playing in the clubs, and I'm like, so it's still, the scene
Yeah.
is still there, so there's still some way of getting in. It just might be a bit too big for me to kind of break out with an event, because there's probably people doing it there, but we'll have to see.
But
Yeah,
exactly.
research.
You gotta go
Yeah.
explore and then figure your thing, like yourself. Like, okay, I want to do this and this. And have you like, are you planning to actually, whenever you get the time, to start releasing music in your record label, in
Yeah, I'm not sure if we'll turn Tainted into a record label. I think the way that I want to do it is keep doing events and maybe take it down kind of the management side.
Oh,
and have artists have like an artist management thing.
Kind of like a booking agency.
Yeah, sort of like that, and then we can have some of our artists making songs and sending them out and getting publishing deals.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm just going to focus on events at the moment and see what direction that takes it in.
Okay, yeah, that's cool that you already have like that vision with your project, like having like signing an artist and then just kind of like have like helping him to get booked and stuff. Right?
Yeah.
So that's cool. Different, like I feel like that's a great idea, especially with all your connections around.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Australia here, blah blah. Blah. You can just easily.
It's pretty
move
good.
Around.
I mean, it's quite funny that all my friends have now moved abroad, so I've got all the connections there. But then when I'm back in the UK, they've all just gone. So it's
I know, me too. Like it's exactly the same back home. It's just like all my friends that they used to work in like clubs or used to own bars or clubs, and they're like back in Mexico. Like they are all going to Mexico City or whatever abroad, and now it's like every time that I go home, it's like shit. Like I don't actually know anyone here yet. Like like I have my other friends, but like they are just like living their life with their girlfriends, and so it's kind of like getting old, bro. You're gonna be there at some point.
I know, 23 tomorrow.
Oh, it's already tomorrow.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go out tonight?
I'm going to Hunters tomorrow,
You're going
so
to
I'll
Hunters.
definitely be having some half-price pitches.
Nice.
Probably way too many. As well.
Yeah, exactly. You're living. Do you have any plan? Like you're going back to work, I guess, right? Whenever you.
Yeah, back to work when I land on Friday, and then
Nice.
basically just see how it goes. Start saving up money, and then.
How far is what's the flight? Like
it's
how long is
awful.
the flight?
On the way here, it was 8 hours to Toronto, and then I had a 3.5-hour layover, and then another 2 hours back here. So it's a long journey for a week, but it's always worth it. I love it here.
For example, I don't mind airplanes, or I don't mind airports. I just like being there. I don't know. I like seeing people around. And just
You can just get your laptop out for 8 hours
and then just
order all your music and do all the tedious record box tasks.
So how was your experience playing at John Brown's?
Oh, it was so fun.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of a generic place and it's kind of known for just mainstream music, but I got all of Oltego's edits.
Yeah, no, like
James sent me some.
The guys are doing a good job putting everyone on the line there, but
And we had a lot of fun. I don't think Jeremy can remember a song he played. I think that was the story of the night, really. But yeah, it's fun because I got to test out some songs. I played one of James Carter's upcoming unreleased tracks, which is insane. And I mean, about 2 people in the crowd were like, "Oh, this is sick," and everybody else was like, "I don't know this song." So I think it was kind of wasted, but it's quite fun for testing out stuff and then just having a laugh with your friends.
You had any song requests or not really?
Yeah, there was one girl came up and asked me for Odd Mob, and I was like, "That is awesome." And then I was like, "Oh, which specific Odd Mob song?" And they said the one with Good Boys, and I was like, "Oh yeah." Like obviously I've worked with Good Boys, so I was like, "Over the Moon," definitely played that one. And then somebody else asked me for Nickelback. And I kind of was like, yeah, I'll try and get this one in. Yes, not the best request.
Yeah, no.
Song requests, they just...
And then Factory.
That was horrendous. I mean, I loved my set because I planned it out song by song, knew exactly what I was playing. It was my sound,
Yeah.
loved it. And I think the 3 people in the crowd also loved it. But yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a hard place to bring people in. It just has a reputation that
Yeah, it's...
everyone, like, I don't know, like, since the first time that I moved to the island, 2019 or 18, that was the place. But like, it's like they keep playing the same music,
Yeah.
or well, not anymore because now they are bringing DJs. But like, even though that they are bringing DJ, I still think that they play the same music there. Like, I don't know, it's just something related to the place where, like, I know that now the music it's better, but I don't know, it's just the place.
Yeah, I think it's
brings
just
me back memories
the
where, like,
persona
I
that
don't want to
people
go.
have of it. Yeah, if there was like an actual club place on PI, I think it'd probably work. And I think the factory basement has so much potential. Like,
You
stick some
think?
LEDs across the roof, black it out a bit more. But obviously, it's a restaurant, so it's really hard. And that's what most of these bars are. Like John Brown's, it's just a
Yeah.
grill during the day.
Yeah,
So it's hard for these places to do it, and whether the money's there or not. But I do think that there is potential for an actual, like, just a 200 capacity venue
Yeah.
with some proper lighting.
But
and
you
proper
need
sound
to.
system.
It needs to be. It's hard because, like, yeah, you need to build the club, but like it also needs to be something else during the day because, like,
Yeah.
it's hard to kind of, like, I don't know. I feel people sometimes here in the island with the snow and blah blah. It's hard to kind of like go out every single weekend.
Yeah.
And as I said, like, there's not many people. Like,
Yeah, it's...
the same 200 people are gonna go the same to
They're
to
not
the
gonna
same
do it
place
every night,
yeah,
yeah, it's...
so you gotta kind of figure this, like, the way out to do something else, a restaurant or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if someone has money and actually want to spend, I don't know, probably like $1 million in kind of like building something for like like Sultan Soul, I think the capacity is like 500 or 600, something like that, with the outside thing. I think 400. But imagine building a proper sound system with like a proper
an
bar,
actual DJ booth as
an
well.
actual DJ booth, like a proper, like, actual mini club where, like, it's more focused on the music and
Yeah.
stuff than other, like, the restaurant. Yes, make it a restaurant during the day, but like, you know that during the
Yeah.
night that's where.
Turn PI into Ibiza. I think that's probably
Imagine.
the play. Yeah.
Bro, like, once I make my money, like, I'll build something here and buy a cottage and then just come
Yeah.
here.
Use the stage for Somo. That would be sick.
Bro, like, that would be actually crazy, you know. Like, I've been talking to the lady, one of the artists. No, she organized the artists for Samo, because they booked me for like a small festival they wanna do here in town. But like, I messaged her, hey, like, will you guys ever be interested in having like DJs in Samo Fest? Like, I'll DJ like for free, just if
Yeah.
like, have you been to Visa?
Yeah, quite. Yeah,
Like,
loads. Way too.
I never been, but like, all my friends that have been there, like, there, like, and other places that I've been, like, they have DJs outside of the bathrooms and stuff,
Yeah.
right? Because like everyone's waiting for. I even told her, like, if you guys need a DJ, like, I'll DJ outside of the bathrooms. That's
Yeah,
fine. Like,
But
and
even just like if they had a small tent, like,
yeah, exactly.
because you go to any of these festivals in the UK and they're all multi-genre. There's like 14 different stages with a different genre of music on. And whether there was just a small tent that fit 10 people, just
Yeah.
with a DJ on, to expose the people that are going for country music, walk past and go, "Oh, I quite like this kind of music."
Yeah,
just to kind of
exactly.
build it up. I think that would work.
Yeah, exactly. Because like, people is there waiting for, like, can be in the food court in the festival, or it can be in the bathroom to
Yeah.
go in the festival. So you can just put like some music there, and then everyone, like, I have a friend that met his fiance. Now they are getting married. In Ibiza, I think in Pacha, like, they both were in the line for the bathroom.
That's amazing.
And Fisher was playing in the bathroom, and that's how they met. And now he moved to Australia, and it's been living with her for the last 3 years now.
That's an incredible love story.
Yeah, it's crazy. Imagine, like, how do you guys met? Oh, we were in the line for the bathroom, and Fisher was playing, and we were just dancing there. So
Pash is crazy as well. It's a good
Yeah.
place.
yeah, I have to go to Ibiza at some point. Like, I'm not in a rush to go, but like, it will be cool to go
I think
anytime soon.
as good as it is, they just overfill the clubs because it's all about money over there.
Yeah.
And you go to High Ibiza. I mean, I paid 120 euros to go to Anima's opening party 2 years ago. I was like, this is going to be electric. and I was stood there could not move. And I left after half an hour because I was just like, this is unbearable. And I think once they fix kind of the crowding issues out, it will just be back to where it was kind of pre-COVID times. Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be a struggle.
Yeah, definitely it's all about the money now. There, like I mean, there's other places where like the music is, like, I don't know, like for example in Africa, in Tanzania, now everyone that like used to go to Ibiza and used to go to Tulum, they are going to Africa. Like all these rich people, right? That like they don't have anything to do on a Thursday night, but like, like imagine like now everyone's going there because like the prices are better. You have like the same big artists, like A1 artists going there, and I mean if they don't fix Ibiza, like everyone's gonna start still going somewhere else, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, like it's the same in Mexico. You pay for like a good party, you pay like 300 USD just to get in, and
yeah, it's some of the prices now it's getting way too much. It's just becoming a money industry.
Yeah,
you look at Miami Music Week was last week, and some of the lineups there. I mean, yeah, it's a stacked lineup, but to pay €300 or $300 just to get into space or to get into Miami Ultra and Factory Town, you're just like, is it really worth it?
And it's not even about like, I mean, if you love the artist or if you love the lineup, it's okay. You can pay it, but like imagine paying that and then just being like this, and can't move, and you're just like everyone's pushing you, bro. Like I
can't even dance. It's ridiculous.
It will be fucked. I was gonna say, have you ever been to ADA?
Yeah, that's a time.
Yeah,
we're actually looking at doing an event at ADE that coming up this year. Whether that comes to fruition or not, we've been talking to a few venues, but
really?
That is possibly the best week of your life because during the day there's all these conferences, so you can network, you can go to 1001 Track List, DJ Mag, just talk and meet people, which is really cool. And then at night, every cafe, bar, whether it fits 10 people or it's the stadium that fits 60,000 people, has a massive DJ in it that's running their own night, and pretty much every major label has their own specific night that they do, and it's all week long, and it goes until like 8 in the morning. I don't think I slept for 4 days. It was amazing. Like,
I really want to go this year. Like if things fix themselves with my Canadian stuff, like I will go. But like right now, like I don't even have my passport, bro. Like I went to the U.S. embassy because I have some friends that are getting married, and their bachelor and bachelorette are doing it together in LA. So I was like, okay, I need to go renew my passport, my US visa. So I went, and then they were like, yeah, we're gonna approve it, but first you need your Canadian papers to be approved. But like you can leave your passport here, so whenever you get approved, we stamp it and then we send it over. I was like, okay, sure, let's do it.
Yeah,
and but like right now I don't even have my passport. I'm
yes.
stuck here. So yeah, but yeah, I would love to go to the Netherlands for.
It's an amazing city,
especially to all the networking you can do.
Like
the conferences and.
It's brilliant. I mean, we went to a cafe for, I can't even remember whose event it was, but it was just during the day. They had Elix DJing, JS Gar, kind of just bass house and stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's people having casual drinks, and then you just meet. There's all sorts of people just in there casually, and you just start speaking to them. And then I became good friends with Alex. He took me to his show at Ministry of Sound, and now we're talking about working together at events. And it's all just because of these little networking events that are just everywhere. And because Amsterdam is such a music-orientated city, there's conferences and there's just DJs walking down the street, and you can just chat to them. I met Fortet walking down the street, and I was like, this is just... And the city's crazy. I'm not sure if you've... Like, it's weird. It's a weird place, but
I love it. It's
so different to anywhere else on the planet.
If there's a place where I'll move, it's probably Amsterdam.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's something about like the artist, like it's really artistic oriented, right? So everyone's just like there minding their business, smoking weed.
The talent that Netherlands have produced over the years. House music originated in Chicago, and then kind of the UK built it up a little bit, but then you look at Tiesto, Martin Garrix, like Armand van Helden, Don Diablo, Oliver Heldens, they're all Dutch. And how have they just come up with all these incredible DJs?
Yeah.
There must be something over there. But.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know what, but yeah. Will you ever move to why you don't move to the Netherlands?
Oh, I don't know. I just love it here. I think this is, it's a...
You love to be fucking under 30 degrees Celsius for 6 months.
Yep. It's a bit too close to home as well in the Netherlands. I like kind of pushing myself a little bit far away. So.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Like, how far are you from the Netherlands? Probably like a couple hours.
Well, you can get a train from London straight into
Yeah.
Amsterdam Central. It takes 4 hours. So
Yeah, exactly.
it's easy. Whereas it's 16 hours to get here. So it's
Yeah, compared, but like, yeah, I mean, hopefully, well, if you are doing something in this year in ADE,
yeah, definitely.
we'll try to link up
Need to
over
get
there.
yourself
It
there.
will be fun, like if we can meet over there and
Yeah.
then just fucking go. Because like I want to go to all the record labels, like conferences and stuff,
Yeah.
just to learn and to see like what's
Yeah, I mean,
do the networking, you know.
because you can buy a pass which gets you into every single conference
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I think the pass is
Q&As
like $600.
Yeah.
And plus you get like
It's so worth it. You
Like-
get access to all the events as well.
all the events, all the networking things. I think it's worth it. You go for like a week. I think it's the first week of October, second week of October.
Yeah, something like that.
So yeah, that's the plan for this year. Fingers crossed to go.
'Cause when I went, we did the 1001 track lists, one during the day, and then went to some, I think it was the Stamped Records one that night, and then the next day it was DJ Mag, and then we did the Pioneer one, and they had all the latest Pioneer equipment out. There was clothing people there that you could talk to about networking to do your own
Yeah.
clothing brands, so which we talk about, and it's kind of, yeah, it's so good for just meeting people, and there's no other event in the world like it where you can do all the business and networking side and then go and get absolutely shit-faced in the evening. So it's, which
Yeah.
is, I think London is my favourite city in the world. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But because of the UK culture, I think it's a little bit harder to get all these massive networking events
Yeah.
up. But yeah, the nightlife in London's it's insane.
Yeah. I never been to. I've been to London, but never been out like to party. The last time that I was in London, in the UK, probably it was 13, something like that.
Oh wow, yeah.
So a long time ago. Remember, I went to different places, and then I went to Oxford. Like, how far is Oxford from?
About an hour, 2 hours. Yeah.
I went to Oxford. I stayed in Oxford University. It was kind of like an exchange month for like learning English or something
pretty-
like that.
That's a pretty good university to go to on exchange.
Yeah, it was kind of like come to Oxford, learn English, and blah blah, blah for like the summer. It was a month during the summer, and then they took us to London, Belgium, a lot of places, and then
Sick.
2 weeks in Oxford. It was like I love it, a lot of like Harry Potter. Shit, you know, I was that
Classic,
age, so
yeah.
But
Yeah.
do you have any more plans like here in the future, like coming back or
Yeah, I might come back in the summer.
the summer? Yeah.
And then definitely have a New Year and Christmas, because I did a bit of a tour over Christmas this year. So I did
Yeah.
Banff for 3 days, Calgary for a couple of days, then went to stay at my buddy's house
Yeah.
in Ontario, did Toronto. The Toronto nightlife's pretty good. I mean,
Yeah,
on a
yeah.
Sunday night, Tiger, the Montreal DJ, he was playing in a record store for 200 people on a Sunday night, and I was like, right, yeah, book a ticket, went there, stayed until 4 a.m. It was a great night. But it's cool to see that kind of unique small stuff still happening. I
Yeah,
mean, I know
yeah.
Toronto's a huge city. They've pulled like Fred again, but it's just cool to see the small intimate stuff that's
Yeah.
still happening that we get back in London, which is nice.
Yeah, it's weird now to see everything, because like everything is about numbers, right? Like everyone
Yeah.
is like, oh, like who this DJ doesn't have a like this DJ that it's headlining doesn't have a 10,000 followers. Why should we go look? Like he's not famous. Let's
Yeah.
go to other place. But like you actually lose kind of like the opportunity of like just going to these small places or like just
Yeah,
random
definitely.
places, seeing a DJ like, oh wow, I didn't know who this was, but like his music is good, you know.
Yeah, it's
And I feel like a lot of places are about the headline now instead
definitely
of like
it's
actual the
what
music.
name can you get on a poster?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure if you've seen the news today, but in the UK, Kanye West was meant to be coming over and headlining Friday, Saturday, Sunday at Wireless Festival, which is like the massive hip hop
Yeah.
festival, sponsored by Pepsi. And the UK government have come out this morning and said that you've got to cancel this because we're not letting Kanye into the country. So I think it's all about. Wireless have clearly just seen that Kanye's
Yeah.
available and booked him. So it's all about just how big of a name can you get no matter what, and it's getting a bit too much, I think. Like, it's all kind of names. You look at club lineups as well. It's how can we get John Summit? How can we get Dom Dollar?
Yeah, how can
and
we
not
get the-
really focusing on the smaller ones that people would like to see. And I think it's evident in people's sets as well, because everybody's just trying to play the Beatport Top 100 and just try and
What are your
play
thoughts
songs
about that?
everybody. I mean, I'm guilty of it because that's my music taste.
Yeah.
And for my set at Factory, even though there was 3 people there, I kind of went, right, I'm going to do probably 20% songs that people are definitely going to know, like big hitter, top 100 Beatport songs, John Summit, Dom Dollar. Then probably like 30% edits and mashups of songs that people know that are a bit different. And then the rest of the half of the set is just going to be weird shit that I can introduce people to. Because I quite like it when I go to festival and I've got Shazam out. I mean, I was still at that Fred Again Thomas Bang Alter set with Shazam in my hand 90% of the night and none of the songs were coming up. And I was like, I actually kind of love that. I like introducing people to music because that's how people's taste develops instead of just listening to stuff that is already famous. I think that's better. And I mean, you look at what John Summit did on Ultra Main Stage 2 weeks ago. He played all of his big hits because it was Ultra Main Stage, but he still played some songs from his label that are up and coming, some edits that he found on SoundCloud. And I think DJs are losing the art of finding their own music library now. I mean, I spent hours and hours on SoundCloud going through trying to find just weird little edits that I can play that are a bit more unique. And that art is definitely getting lost in the up-and-coming DJs. It's all kind of, what's this person played? Oh, Josh Baker played this song. I'm going to play this one in my next set. No, find your own taste. It's just a lost art of track selection.
Crate diggers. Crate digger. You gotta take your time, like make your. I don't know. Like the way I do it is just like I always have my phone in randomized. Just put whatever and then just search. I find something, I save it. I find something, I save it, and then after I build a playlist with random music and I listen again, I'm like, okay, yes, no, and then I kind of like draft. Well, I go from, let's say, from the beginning 1,000 songs, and then on the way to Beatport, I only end up buying 30, 50, kind of like all the other ones. Like I just noise, take them. It's hard. It becomes harder to find good music because it's easier now to make music, right? Definitely. So it's just kind of like, I think I saw someone said that every day there's like 100,000 new songs on Spotify, bro. Every single day. And some of them, like a lot of them don't even have one play, not even for like a friend or something. It's just, so imagine, like, I don't know.
The amount of gold out there is, I mean, going back to my set, I think our conversation was before Salt and Soul last time. So I did very similar there. Like there was some massive mainstream songs, but I tried to just throw in the occasional one. I mean,
no, but like it was good. Like I had a lot of fun. That's like that night. It was, and everyone was dancing. Everyone was loving it.
It's a really good spot, but it is good. It's just getting frustrating now with the whole DJing thing. But I think that's just cultural and personal issues rather than the actual scene.
Yeah, it's hard because like even though I find myself I don't really pay like by the top 100, top 10 Beatport, but like sometimes if I'm being lazy, I'll just go to the hype. You know, like there's the top 10 and then there's the hype and then there's like another one. I'll just go to the hype and it's like, oh, like not gonna lie, sometimes it's hype because it's good.
Definitely.
Because it sounds good and so you buy it and stuff, but like at the same time I'm guilty of that. Like you don't wanna be buying the hype, like the hype Beatport is the same as buying the top 10 Beatport. Like everyone is buying that, so it's kind of like, okay, gotta get not be lazy and just find more music, but
and then you end up giving your life savings all to Beatport, like I've done.
I know, man. Like God, this upcoming, like last weekend, bro. Like so stupid. Like I was making my set and then like I bought all my music, right? Like I bought like my whole set, so it was like $60 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then by the like I was gonna like I play at the Oak, so it was just gonna be background music. So I made my good playlist, blah blah. And then my friend was like, "Oh, you can just bring your small controller, like the DDJ 400, and with the computer that I have." So I was like, "Oh yeah, like just bring that. It's easier to plug." And so I got there, and he was like, "Oh no, actually, like I brought my big controller. You can play in there." And I was like, "Okay, fuck, like I forgot my USB. Let me go get my USB to my house because." And anyway, so I ended up coming. Something happened to my computer. I was not able to put the music that I just bought to my USB. So I ended up wasting $60 for like no, I didn't play them. But like I mean, now I have them and I'm gonna play them at some point. But like it was just all the preparation for like nothing, and then just coming here and then like, okay, I'm just gonna play good music. But like still like I was hoping and prepare. I took my time to prepare music, like a set for tonight.
Yeah.
But like I
don't think people realize how expensive it is when you're trying to build a library up, because you don't want to be playing the same songs every week either. So it's yeah, another 20 quid here, 20 quid there, 20 quid there. It's
And then
gets
adds up.
expensive.
And then do you find yourself buying music that you don't even play?
Oh, all the time. Yeah, I think I spent like £40 on my set list for Friday and Saturday. Ended up like not even playing half of them, and
Yeah.
it's frustrating. But I think that
And
was also
that
my
that
own
adds
fault.
up, bro. Like
Yeah, I know.
whenever you look back, you spend already like £500.
But then at least I've got the songs for future gigs. I mean, for some reason, I was stood there on Saturday morning, like really hyped to play, and I was like, yeah, I might drop some drum and bass tracks. Bought 5, and then I'll get to the gig, and I'm like, drum and bass is not going to work in
Yeah,
drum
no.
pounds. So it's just like, yeah, it's a waste of six. That's
Yeah, I
six,
know
7 quid.
it's hard because like you also envision yourself. Okay, I can probably play this music, make your playlist, go to a venue. Okay, no, this is
Yeah.
not gonna hit here.
Yeah, definitely not. So yeah, it's trying to put a UK spin on it and bailing out last minute. Yeah,
Yeah, it's hard, but like I mean that's our job too, right? Like learn how to read the room because like I've seen DJs where like they play stuff where like they shouldn't be playing that stuff.
yeah, absolutely.
And you see the people like okay, like they trying to dance, but like it's kind of awkward. Like bro, like techno is not good for like
Yeah.
9 p.m. in a normal bar. You know, it's like
Yeah, watching people that have never heard dubstep before try and dance to it is quite an interesting
Yeah.
experience as well. So
I know. What else? We touched pretty much everything. What are like you up to like the next few days? Just enjoying.
yeah, so it's
Yeah.
birthday tomorrow, so probably go out for a few drinks, a bit of food, have a bit of a chill one. Thursday, basically just say goodbye to everybody and
Say,
jump on that plane,
and
and
then
then
jump on the plane, and then you might be back on the summer.
Yeah.
Summer, it's beautiful here. Like you
Yeah,
have
it's
so many
so much
things
better.
like to do, like the beach, like
tiki bar
just-
as well. So
Tiki bar, yeah.
yeah, that was good. I mean, your video kind of blew up from that, didn't it? So,
Yeah.
that
Like
was sick.
that's that one. I actually was talking with the owner today, like to send him some dates. So
Sick.
let me know which dates you're here. We can figure out something out. I didn't have anything to offer you
Oh, yeah, that's
this
fine.
time, but yeah, probably for the summer
Yeah,
I'll
amazing.
have something.
Yeah, I'll have a look. I'll have a look when I'm coming out. Be good. And then if you come to the UK or ADA,
I need to, ADA, bro. Like I need to go to Amsterdam. Like definitely, like just cause I need to do more network for like the record label is about all networking, bro. Like
Yeah, it's
to
100%.
to meet more artists, to meet like more distribution people, like to kind of like okay, here's my demos, give me music, and kind of like
yeah,
I like it. I love it, and like it's picking up little by little the music. Like but yeah, I mean my plan is to grow that shit until it goes international. You know, like I already have I have an artist from El Salvador. I'm talking right now with a girl from Dubai that like is sending me
sick,
music.
yeah.
One girl from Peru. So it's kind of like going, but it's all connections, right? It's
Yeah,
like
definitely.
okay, boom, boom, boom. An artist from Montreal. So yeah, but yeah. Anything else you want to say?
Don't think so. I think we kind of covered everything.
How long we?
I have no idea. What does it say? 53 minutes.
53 minutes. Yeah, that's great, man.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you very much for having me again.
Brasky,
Good to see you.
thank you.